Happy Thursday, Rutgers. I'm Adia Dauti.
And I'm Ivha and Enike-Ekhelar. We have an exciting show for you on this Thursday, April 12th, 2018.
Weather watcher Ashley Cornish will give you the regional and big picture forecast for the day.
Jackie Loyer is cycling by to tell us about this semester's Ciclovia.
Chayko from Sky is also here to tell us about the DCIM minor and her new book, Superconnected.
We've got tons to get to. Let's wake up, Rutgers.
Hello and welcome, Rutgers. It's great to be here on this beautiful Thursday morning.
We're here to wake you up every Thursday morning this semester with all the exciting news, events, and weather. So, Adia, how's your week been?
My week has been super busy. I've been studying nonstop for my exam today. So just like my week has been busy, today is going to be a very busy show as well. We have 2 guest speakers.
Yeah, we have Chayko from the School of Communication and Information. She's going to talk to us about our majors and minors in the school. I'm in the school also, and her book, also Superconnected.
Yeah, and we're also going to take a look at Jackie Loyer, who is here for Ciclovia, which is a great event where all the streets are blocked off. So it's an awesome event for people to come out and enjoy New Brunswick.
Have you ever been to Ciclovia?
I have not, so I'm really excited to check it out this year.
I haven't either, so I also am excited about it. I heard there's 3 of them, which is super exciting and new. I never knew this would happen, especially since I live in New Brunswick.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have tons to get to in the show. So before we can get to the rest of the show, let's see how much you know.
When does pre-registration begin for fall 2018? We will find out the answer right after this break. Welcome back, Rutgers. Before the break, we asked, when does pre-registration begin for fall 2018? Now it's time to find out the answer.
Pre-registration for next semester begins this weekend, Sunday, April 15th. Check when you can register at nbrregistrar.rutgers.edu.
You can also head to our Twitter page at Wake Up Rutgers. We have a screenshot of the register calendar there as well. So yeah, it's really exciting. I'm going into my senior year, so I'm going to be making my last 2 schedules before I graduate, so it's pretty exciting for me.
Yeah, I'm really excited to check out all the classes that are being offered at Rutgers and see what classes I'm going to have to take for next semester.
Yeah, I know, and also I like to pick my classes depending on the day and how I think it's going to look that day, which is weird. I know you can't really predict what your class is going to be like by the day, but I think it's something I personally like to take into account. Well, if you also would like to know what your days are going to look like and how you should prepare for them, let's go to our weather watcher, Ashley Cornish, for today's weather.
All right, guys, so I'm also really excited to start registering for classes because I'm finally getting into the brunt of my meteorology curriculum and learning how to be a real meteorologist and giving some really, really good forecasts. Speaking of good forecasts, I've got a really good one in store for you guys today, so let's get right into it. So today we've got spring-like temperatures with temperatures in the upper 60s, which is really, really nice. And then we skip basically all of spring and then go right into summer for Friday and Saturday, and then we go back to spring with some April showers Sunday and Monday. Today we've got a morning low of 36 degrees, which is actually below our average of 39 degrees. We will actually be getting warmer than our average of 61 degrees with a high temperature today of 67. Unfortunately, we will not be getting up to our record high of 80 degrees, which was set back in 1955. We will be, however, be getting close to a temperature to that this weekend, and then your sunrise and sunset are here at the bottom of your screen. Looking at our current radar, you can see that there's this little band of patchy precipitation hitting most of central New Jersey right now, but that shouldn't be bringing us any really severe precipitation. However, we will be seeing some severe precipitation Sunday into Monday, but I will be getting to that later in my forecast. Speaking of that severe precipitation, you see that that heavy band of rain will be moving in through Sunday and into Monday, and fortunately that little patch of snow you're seeing right there will be moving out. And then today, you can see pretty clear skies, and then rain hitting most of New York and Pennsylvania, but that shouldn't be touching us, at least for this weekend. For the regional high temperatures, we've got a temperature of 49 degrees up in Oneonta, 65 at our Newark campus, 70 all the way down at our Camden campus, and then look at Baltimore. It's a high temperature of 72 degrees today, which is really pretty warm. Finally, going to be nice to see temperatures in the 70s, and then State College is feeling a temperature of 65 degrees. For the overnight lows across the region, we've got a temperature of 42 degrees in Oneonta, 50 out in State College, 55 all the way down in Baltimore. Camden campus will be feeling a temperature of 54 degrees tonight, and then Newark sitting at a temperature of 53. Today we've got a high temperature of 67 degrees, as I've been saying throughout the forecast. Partly sunny skies, and then southwest wind at 6 to 14 miles per hour. So finally being able to go out in not our heavy winter coats or hats or scarves or anything. We can just go out in a light jacket and enjoy the sunny skies. And then as we go throughout our day today, we've got a temperature of 53 degrees here at 10 a.m. and that should be moving up to our high temperature of 67 degrees somewhere between 2 and 6 p.m. Right around 4 p.m. we'll probably be feeling that temperature. And then as we go throughout the day, the cloud cover will be decreasing with the sun finally poking through. And then tonight after the sun sets, we'll be feeling a temperature of 58 degrees at 10 p.m. All right, so I've got tons more weather news to get to, but I'll get to that later in my forecast. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Ashley, for the wonderful news. We always love hearing about spring-like temperatures. But don't go anywhere, Rutgers. We have more exciting news and events to get to right after this.
Rutgers University is now offering a master's program in UN and Global Policy Studies. This new program is the only one of its kind in the United States. The curriculum for this program is designed to provide students with qualitative and quantitative analytical skills, as well as hands-on management experience required by leaders in the field. All applicants must hold a bachelor's degree from an accredited college. The program of study requires 36 credits and is open to both part-time and full-time students. For application information and to apply online, check out gradstudy.rutgers.edu. For more information, check out unstudies.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. We have lots of exciting news and events to get into, so let's jump right in.
With the recent expansion of New Jersey's medical marijuana program, Rutgers is looking to other states where it's legal to understand what might happen next. In the hopes of preventing the legalization of marijuana from creating new health risks for New Jersey residents, Diane Cilello, Executive and Medical Director of the New Jersey Poison Control Center at the Rutgers New Jersey Medical School's Department of Emergency Medicine, hopes to learn from 8 states that have already legalized recreational use of the drug. She cites that legalization poses a particular risk to children who may not be able to distinguish between edible marijuana products and normal foods. If made legal, she strongly encourages the creation of legislation to require child-safe packaging on these products. Additionally, she urges those who use marijuana to be careful, as modern marijuana tends to be far more potent than older variants due to the synthetic increase of THC, the active chemical in the drug. She advises people to get marijuana from licensed stores and to pay attention to the amount of THC in each dose, as well as to be aware that the effects of edible marijuana come on more slowly than when inhaled. So this is extremely important because, as she mentions, there should be child-safe packaging because children might not know the differences and things can look very similar. So, you know, you don't want children to be like you don't want any health risks to be posed to children.
Yeah, and I think she really does bring up a good point about looking to other states to see what we can do to properly protect young children and make sure that they are in safe environments, whether or not marijuana is legal. And I think this is something that is really important to government, like the government policies, and has a lot to do with politics, and the decision that will be made is rooted in politics. And more on politics, Rutgers alumni become successful in many ways, including as high-ranking government officials. Pete Camarano, a 1987 political science graduate, is making waves in the Garden State politics. He has been chief of staff to not one but two New Jersey governors, first Richard J. Cody and now Phil Murphy. He worked as Cody's chief of staff for about a decade before he became a governor and established CLB Partners, a lobbying firm once his term ended. Cody credits Rutgers with helping him build his success, saying, "Rutgers contributed to my success in many ways. It is where I learned about government, the role of government, and ultimately how to drive real change and make a lasting impact on the lives of individuals who need help the most. The lessons I learned in 1987 are as valuable today as they were back then." Congratulations on the new position, Pete. May your term be a productive one. So I think it's really important for Rutgers students to see alumni going on to do great and important things and seeing them thrive in their respective fields.
Right, and speaking of Rutgers making a lasting impact on our community, the I Speak survey is a way for students to share their experiences of, attitudes about, and awareness of campus sexual assault and resources to address it. The survey was initially implemented in 2014 and has since helped the university in preventing sexual assault and finding better ways to respond to it. The survey opened on April 4th and is available for all students to access through the end of the semester. All students who partake in the survey will automatically be entered to win various cash prizes. For more information or to take the survey, check your Scarlet Mail. It may have gone to spam if you have not seen it yet. So this is extremely important for a big university like Rutgers to take notice in campus sexual assault and to try to find a way to combat it and to give resources to all their students.
Yeah, and I also think it's a good move on Rutgers to ask for their students to share their experiences, share their ideas, and share different ways they think they can feel heard and they can feel safe and while they're still at school. And just to go along the wave of sharing ideas and sharing thoughts, the Global Village at Douglas will be hosting a day-long summit in collaboration with the Institute for Women's Leadership to examine problems and solutions to the mass migrations of populations across the globe, with a special focus on how this affects the lives of women in these populations. The event will feature guest speakers Susan Martin and Jasmina Dervisevic-Sesek and take place on Saturday, April 21st from 9 a.m. to 4:15 p.m. and will be held in the Kathleen W. Ludwig Global Village Living and Learning Center on the Douglas campus. For more information, you can go to douglas.rutgers.edu. So I think this is also another really cool event taking place on campus where if you're interested in humanitarian values, you can just go and chat and listen to these speakers who are very important in their field, and you can get new ideas and get new understandings of what you can do and what needs to be done to help people going through these changes.
Right, I think it's a very important conversation to have at Rutgers, and students, if they're interested, they should definitely come out and listen.
Yeah, so when we come back, Rutgers, I will talk with Mary Chayko about the DCIM minor and her new book, Superconnected, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
The Rutgers bus system provides more than 15 options to get around the 5 campuses. Sounds overwhelming? But here's a quick recap of the bus routes and available resources to make traveling easier. On weekdays, the A and H buses make stops along College Ave and Bush. The B loops between Livingston and Bush, as the LX makes stops on Livingston and College Ave. The F takes an express route by traveling Route 18 from College Ave to Cook and Douglas. The Rex L goes between Douglas and Livingston, with the Rex B looping between Douglas and Bush. There are also weekend buses, which make stops on every campus. Each bus stop displays the routes of the specific bus stopping there and the expected arrival times. To learn more about the Rutgers bus system and additional bus services, download the Rutgers app, visit nextbus.com or rudots.rutgers.edu.
Welcome back, Rutgers. We have a very special treat for all of you. Dr. Mary Chayko from the School of Communication and Information is here to tell us about the school and the new edition of her book, Superconnected. So thank you so much for joining us today.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So what is the School of Communication and Information, and what does it offer students?
So the School of Communication and Information is a school at Rutgers, which is on College Ave, up on the corner of College Avenue and Huntington. And we're here to help students understand the communication, information, and media-rich world that we're all immersed in, and equip them with some of the skills and tools that they'll need to succeed in it.
That's awesome. So what types of minors can students take in the School of Communication and Information, and do you actually have to be in the school to be able to take the minors?
Well, we have majors, master's, and PhD program, and 2 minors. The majors are communication, journalism and media studies, and information technology and informatics. We've got masters in communication and media and a master's of information, and a large interdisciplinary PhD program. The 2 minors are interdisciplinary, and they are open to students from all majors at Rutgers. One is called Gender and Media. It's the newer one. It's a collaboration with our Women's and Gender Studies department here at Rutgers. And the Digital Communication, Information, and Media program has been around a little bit longer. It's usually shortened to DCIM, and it's a very popular minor at Rutgers.
Yeah, I actually am really interested in DCIM. I started taking the classes to complete the major, and it's something I'm super interested in, and especially the gender one, since I'm also passionate about like women's studies. But just to switch gears a little bit, you released a new edition of your book, Superconnected. So can you tell us more about that and about how social media is affecting us today?
Sure. Well, my book is it's an outgrowth of my research. I've done over 200 interviews with people about how they experience being online and what kinds of digital connections and communities are formed. And they tell me that community is formed almost invariably all the time when they're in these online spaces. People are looking to connect. They're looking to form connections that really have meaning for them. And so we try to actually infuse a lot of this understanding into the gender and media and digital communication, information, and media minors, because we're looking to develop skilled, confident leaders in the digital realm and in the media realm for the future. And these minors can really incorporate a lot of this kind of information into it.
Yes, so continuing on social media, everyone is using social media now. It's a part of everyone's lives. So what can people do to find balance? Is there a need to find balance? And if you feel like you're too deeply involved in social media, is there a point where you need to separate yourself from it?
I think it's important to be thoughtful, to be present when we're on social media or in any media space. We want to have a balance between the online and offline, which really my research indicates are very much overlapping for people. They're really one big reality, and it's important to step back sometimes, absolutely, but also to own what we're doing in these spaces, to know that we're leaving digital traces wherever we go. And so as we're making connections and we're kind of relaxing and making communities and feeling like we're comfortable with people, we need to understand that our data are also being tracked, that we're essentially public no matter what we do. And again, these are things that we're teaching and exploring in these programs at SCI.
So where can students go for more information, both about the DCIM minor and about your book?
Well, for my book, you can take a look at it on Amazon or on my website, which is marychayko.com. Our school website is cominfo.rutgers.edu. And of course, you can always, I'm on Twitter at Mary Chayko if you'd like to try to connect with me there.
Yeah. So thank you so much for joining us. It was awesome speaking with you today. Don't go anywhere, Rutgers. After this break, we will still sit down with Jackie Loyer from Ciclovia to talk more about what is going on. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this break.
Thank you.
The Rutgers libraries have some of the biggest resources this university has to offer. There are 9 libraries located throughout all campuses with convenient hours to fit any student schedule. The Alexander Library on College Ave campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Art Library, located on College Ave behind Scott Hall, is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Carr Library on Livingston campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Chang Library on the Douglas campus is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. The Mabel Smith Douglas Library on the Douglas campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Library of Science and Medicine on Bush campus is open 24 hours, but before 8 a.m. and after 10 p.m., a valid Rutgers ID is required. The Math and Physics Library inside of the Hill Center on Bush campus is open from 8:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. There's plenty of space for everyone at the library, so come inside. Shh.
Welcome back, Rutgers. Jackie Loyer just cycled into our studio and is here to tell us all about this semester's Ciclovia. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. I'm so excited.
So what is Ciclovia?
So Ciclovia is a citywide initiative to promote active, healthy living. The streets are car-free, and it creates a safe place to exercise and play.
It's awesome. How often is Ciclovia hosted?
It is hosted 3 times a year. The first one coming up is April 22nd from 11 to 4, and 2 other times in June and October.
And what can attendees expect at Ciclovia?
So they can expect 3.5 miles of car-free roads to skate, bike, exercise, play, you name it, as well as tons of interactive activities throughout the route and free stuff.
Is there anything that attendees should expect new this year?
So one thing that I'm really excited for is, the Fitness Fun Zone, which is taking place between Albany and Hamilton, where RWJ Fitness and Wellness Center is going to be taking over and doing a ton of big group fitness classes in the street, as well as, please excuse my Spanish, the Mercado Esperanza, which is a marketplace taking place in Joyce Kilmer Park. It celebrates everything about the Latino community here in New Brunswick, with tons of great food, vendors, you name it. So if you like farmers markets, it's pretty much a farmers market on steroids.
I love farmers markets, so I'll definitely check that out. So what's your favorite part?
Well, I told you about mine. I'm pretty biased on the Fitness Fun Zone, so definitely go check that one out.
We all definitely should. So how can students be involved with Ciclovia?
So you can get involved by attending. It's a free event. Check out the route and all the city of New Brunswick has to offer. Or you can also volunteer, and you can sign up on mbciclovia.com.
Okay, and is there any place to get more information?
Yes, mbciclovia.com. Go there, get more information, see the route, and sign up to volunteer.
Thank you so much for joining us and telling us all about Ciclovia.
Thank you.
Hopefully more students will take a break from their finals prep to volunteer at or simply attend this semester's Ciclovia. Don't go anywhere, Rutgers. Our weather watcher, Ashley Cornish, has been hard at work researching the latest weather, which she will share with us right after this break.
Registering for classes can be quite stressful without preparation. Here are some guidelines to make sure you're set for future semesters. First, become familiar with Course Schedule Planner. There, you can build several preferred schedules and sort through lists of offered classes, as well as choosing times and days that work best for you. You can also save schedules that you create, so all that's left to do is register on your specified day. Just go to sims.rutgers.edu/CSP. Still unsure of which classes to take? Stop by any of the academic advising offices on campus to speak with deans and advisors to map out a schedule that's right for you. For all information regarding academic advising and registration, check out sasundergrad.rutgers.edu. It's also on Facebook under SAS Academic Services and on Twitter at SAS Advising, #ReUPrepared.
Welcome back, Rutgers. So we just finished speaking about Ciclovia. So I was watching the interview, and I think it's really cool and really interesting that New Brunswick is closing off the entire roads just to have children play and have fun and be healthy with each other. So I think that's really cool that they're doing.
Right, I also think it's a great initiative because New Brunswick doesn't really have that many parks. So it's great, especially for like children and families, to be able to have a space to go out and be active and enjoy the weather, because we're going to have great weather now.
Yeah.
So Ashley, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, I love talking about the weather, and especially weather that you guys can go out and enjoy. So today we've got a high temperature, as I said, of 67 degrees, partly sunny sky. So really make sure you guys get out and enjoy that. Maybe even do some fitness fun like Jackie was just telling us about. And then we've got a southwest wind at 6 to 14 miles per hour. So not even really that windy or anything. It's going to be a beautiful day today. And then tonight we've got an overnight low of 52 degrees, partly cloudy skies, and then a southwest wind at 6 to 11 miles per hour. So a pretty pleasant night in store. Honestly, our overnight low is basically the high we've been seeing for the past couple of weeks. So that's really, really nice. And then tomorrow, I've been waiting to give you guys a temperature like this. Tomorrow we've got a high temperature of 77 degrees, so finally getting up close to that 80 mark, mostly sunny skies, so no rain or any winds or any real precipitation to really affect that beautiful, beautiful day we've got in store. And then a southwest wind at 6 to 14 miles per hour. And then tomorrow night we've got an overnight low of 57 degrees, mostly clear skies, and then a southwest wind at 10 miles per hour. All right, so for our extended forecast, as you can see tomorrow, we've got that high temperature of 77 degrees with a low temperature of 56. So again, beautiful, beautiful day in store for us. And then check out Saturday, high temperature of 79 degrees. So honestly, we might even get up to that 80 mark. I'm really hoping for that. But honestly, for the end of April, that is kind of getting warm. So we've been having a lot of crazy weather this season. And then a low temperature Saturday night of 45 degrees. Make sure you get out and enjoy Friday and Saturday, because unfortunately Sunday and into Monday we will be seeing some pretty rainy skies with honestly a chance of even thunderstorms on Monday, with a temperature of 60 degrees. So getting back and down to our seasonable temperatures for this time of year, with temperatures in the upper 50s and 60s being about right for this time in April. And then Tuesday, unfortunately, we're getting back down into the low 50s with a temperature of 52 degrees and then a low temperature of 35 degrees. As always, you can check me and all the weather watchers out for your spring-like temperature updates every 15 minutes on channel 23.1. You can check out our Facebook page, Are You Weather Watcher? You can follow us on Twitter at RUTV using the hashtag RUWeather. And if you just can't get enough of us, check out our website, weatherwatcher.rutgers.edu. I hope you guys get out and enjoy those beautiful temperatures this weekend, and I'll see you next Thursday, guys.
Thanks so much, Ashley. So Ivha, what are you going to do this weekend with this beautiful weather?
Well, tomorrow, Rupa is having the Metro Boomin concert, so that's where I'm going to be spending my night. But on Saturday, I'm just actually going to sit outside. All my friends are working, so they won't be able to hang out with me, so I'm just going to sit outside and soak up that sun, because I don't know how long it will be before we get it again, so I'm just going to embrace as much as I can. What are you doing?
Well, so my sorority's formal is on Saturday, so I'm so happy we're going to have beautiful weather for that. So I was kind of worried about, dressing up and going to formal and having to, like, bring a thick jacket or, like, wear Uggs, like, while going to formal. But now I can, just focus on having a great time with my sisters, and it's going to be a lot of fun with this weather.
Yeah, I know. Usually I'll see sorority sisters going to their formals in their fancy dresses and their heels, and they're freezing because it's so cold out. So I'm happy for you that you don't have to wear Uggs or a giant coat.
Yeah, definitely. Like when I was in high school and I had my junior prom, it was raining that day. Like
really?
It was freezing. It was it wasn't like downpour, it was kind of like misty kind of, so it was very cold. So can you imagine, like everyone's wearing like beautiful dresses and it's freezing and you're walking in heels, and like everyone's prom dates are like walking really fast because they're all in like tuxes, so they're not worried about the cold, but we're all like freezing. So I'm glad this year we're not gonna have any of that. It's gonna be beautiful weather, no rain, just sunshine, a lot of fun. I
know. Well, Rutgers, that is going to be it for today's show.
For more events happening this week, you can go to getinvolved.rutgers.edu or ruevents.rutgers.edu.
You can follow us on Facebook by searching RU Network, or follow us on Twitter by searching @Wake Up Rutgers. We love hearing from you.
Tune into Monday's show with Manuel Silvapalis and Kim Peterman for more Rutgers news.
Thanks again for joining us, Rutgers, and to Dr. Chayko and Jackie for stopping by. I'm Ivha Enike-Ekhelar.
And I'm Adia Dauti. Have a great day, and we'll see you next week, Rutgers.